Hey guys, so what sometimes happens when you're filming live stuff, crazy things happen. Sometimes you get technical difficulties. I had two really big War Machine battle reports I was hoping to show you guys, and it was actually going to be full-blown games. And unfortunately, halfway through, or not even halfway, about 10 minutes into both games, the tripod unfortunately got bumped and the camera completely was not filming anywhere near the game, which kind of sucks. I don't know what to do, so instead of showing you, like, for instance, the game that I had against Tony, where it's only filming basically his deployment zone, which he got out of halfway after it got kicked, and you only see like one of his models. So instead of seeing just blank terrain as we're talking about a game, I figured we'll just go ahead and film something else. The other game that kind of got messed up a little bit in the same way the tripod got bumped, was a War Machine scenario called Smoke on the Water, and it is awesome, but the beginning part of it is completely fine, so I will be showing you that portion at the end of this video. But I wanted to go ahead and add in something for talking about other things that happened during day two. The biggest things I can think of, at least for me, was that I entered into a raffle. Dropped a couple books because I wanted to support the gaming convention, and dropped a couple tickets in here and there. And I ended up winning 2 Inquisitor models, and which is really amazing because when you go out to the GW website, these things are running for like $30. It's kind of crazy. And the other thing, which Tony convinced me to do, and I was just like, sure, I'll do it. We dropped 1 ticket, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because I'm sure there was a lot of people who wanted it. But I ended up winning the an army for Flames of War, assembled and painted. So got a flyer. Got a company of men, got 5 of these half tracks. They're all the lighting's poor, so guys, don't take anything there. I'm looking at these individual soldiers that are painted on this tiny little base, and the camera's not going to pick up, but the paint job is actually amazing on these tiny little guys. So will the Dormicom channel have Flames of War soon? Who knows? The other thing that happened was the War Machine press gangers at the tournament had this competition. I wish I remember what it was called, but it wasn't based about wins and losses. It was about having big games being played at the tournament, and the more big games you played, the more points you accumulated, which you could trade in for prizes. Well, based on some of the winnings there, and also kind of trading with some of the players who won mystery bags that they weren't, already had duplicates of, I ended up with 3 ballistas, which I think is amazing. I got the Janissa Stone-Tide Trollblood. I got the Adeptus Marketh Scorn, 2 Hordes models, and I also got Pirate Queen, and I also got Pirate Queen Scar for Crix. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with all this stuff, guys. It's kind of crazy. But yes, I had a blast. I had an absolute blast at this convention. I highly recommend it to everyone to come out. I hope that they maintain their format that they currently have. It was nice having on one side of the room all Warhammer Fantasy Battle, which was kind of organized. On the other side you had War Machine that was all kind of organized. And in the center they had so many homebrewed games. They had games I'm sorry, I had no exposure to. I did not realize just how many tabletop strategy games there are out there, guys, and there are a ton. Some of the coolest things I saw, there was a tabletop that was like, I want to say it was 8 by 12 and 2 foot by 2 foot hardboard covered over each section of it, and there was a Terran strike force, and this guy came up with these kind of simplified rules, and it just looked amazing. It simply looked amazing. He would reveal individual areas as they checked out things. The Terran force had to go through and kill all the bugs, and there were different kinds of bugs. They all had different, things about them. But the rule system that they came up with was incredibly simplified, which allowed for a very, very fast-paced game. The Terran Strike Force had 20 turns to wipe out all the bugs in the area, and if they didn't, orbital bombardment would have destroyed everything on the planet, including them. Couldn't have gotten more nail-biting towards the end than that. Second thing, I wish I would have had more of a chance to play the Metal Gear Blitz. The guys who were playing that looked like they were having a blast. Okay? So those are two of the top 5 things that I saw. Number 3 is the Smoke on the Water scenario, and also another scenario which I won't spoil, but let's just say War Machine scenarios that the press gangers brought over. Fantastic. The 4th thing that I thought was amazing that I saw there again was Inquisitor, which is great now that I got a couple models. And the number 5 thing of what was just amazing and cool, and it was just I got to kind of blanket over a couple of different things, but it was just seeing massively different scaled games working and everyone having a great time. Like, you didn't see any sourpusses in the room. It was a lot of fun. They did not have, or at least I did not see any 40K being played there. If you went to Spring Fever, you had a good time. There was some game that you could either learn new. There were demos going on all over the place. Everyone was having a blast. And I highly recommend, if you guys are in the area next year, I'll start posting stuff earlier to let you guys know about it. I only found out about it recently, so it's the reason why I didn't get more information up to you. But if you look at some of the previous videos, I did make mention of it. But let's just go ahead and jump now to the footage of Smoke on the Water, and this will conclude day 2 of Spring Fever. Hey guys, welcome back to Dormy Comm Channel. We're trying out a new camera and a new microphone. With us today, what you're seeing right here is a scenario.
Smoke on the Water.
The scenario is called Smoke on the Water, and basically you have these 2 ships that travel at variable speeds, where will die at the end of every turn, and one of these ships are going to sink, and the game's going to continue on only one. I'm actually playing against an old school War Machine player, very knowledgeable about the rules, and both armies, though, this time will be Cygnar.
Yep.
So let's roll to deploy.
I will set up first.
Okay.
I am set up. It's your go.
Now, how many turns go by before one ship sinks?
It should be, best case scenario, it would be 4 turns by the time you get to the end.
Okay.
Worst case, 8.
Okay. So between 4 and 8. All right. And I don't know how to
set it anywhere you want, but I'm going to end up going first.
Just a heads up, you realize that the barges move during the maintenance phase, right?
Right. What are you implying?
I'm implying that what's here is, on his first turn, going to be, these guys are going to be facing off these guys. It's first turn, and he gets first strike.
Well, I had a choice. I could pull my guys real far back, but then I have to worry about him destroying my ship and then getting across to him. Right?
It's all my guys. Yeah, I mean, sure enough.
Butcher Cast Fury.
I think that's all my guys.
Okay. D6. See how far I move.
6 last time.
6 inches.
Wow.
Alright, so if you don't mind, grab the 2 cloth and pull it 6 inches.
Retribution. I ever
You know what? It'd be cool if you got like a
Yep.